Hi, I'm Matt.
And I'm Kara.
And we're Graham Ventures, and recently we just wrapped up our cruise series from a Disney cruise we took earlier in January. I know it's end of May right now. It took a while to get everything edited and put on there, but in the videos, we promised you a haul video, as well as a Q&A from some of our followers.
We actually have the top 5 questions we were asked about the cruise. We're gonna go over those after our haul, so make sure you stay tuned.
Everybody on this trip got a $100 souvenir budget. Everybody was able to spend it how they want. Some people bought bingo, I bought some coffee, so on and so forth. So we got physical items as well as experiences and things to consume on the ship. But I want to go and show you a little bit of the clothing. And we may have shown this in the video, but this is on the front. It says Castaway Key, Disney Cruise Line. And on the back of it, it says, get there fast, then take it slow. And we got this for our son Holden. He picked this one out himself as one of his souvenirs. I like it because it's got Indiana Jones vibes. So that's a cool shirt. Although he's growing like a weed, and this medium may be a little too small. We went on the cruise in January, and it's almost June. So we may list this on a line. Who knows?
Grow fast.
I know.
Okay, and this is one of my very favorite items that we got at the Starbucks in Puerto Rico. We got a Been There series mug. As you can see, it shows a bunch of different Puerto Rico locations and attractions and everything else. These are cool mugs. One of my very favorites.
Yeah, we have a Seattle one. We have a couple different ones from places we traveled, but this was really cool. As soon as I saw this, like, where you can only really get these when you're there. I'm sure you could get one on eBay or something, but it was a really cool thing to bring home with us. Second item here. Now, I'm a fan of polo shirts. I really like this style. I saw this in the gift shop when I first looked at it, and I kind of fell in love with it, but so I made sure and save enough budget. This was not cheap. None of this stuff was cheap, really. This was $50, so that was half my budget. But on the front there, it says, Where Magic Meets the Sea, the Disney Cruise Line. And it's, you know, kind of reminds me of a soccer shirt almost, like a soccer jersey. There's the front and back. But this is totally my style, and I've been putting off wearing it until we did this haul video, so it's nice and fresh.
Okay, this is one of Evie's picks. She got Chip. He's super cute, very well made. I mean, you do pay a lot for this kind of stuff, but it is well made. It has a Disney Cruise Line tag, and it also has an embroidered patch here on his leg. So, super cute in his little striped shirt.
There was no Dale. They only had Chip, so I don't know if Dale there was a run on him and he sold out.
He went MIA?
Yeah, so we only got Chip, but some people like Chip better. As far as clothing goes, this is another shirt we got. When we first got on, I think this was the first Pixar Day at Sea cruise ever, and so we didn't really know what to expect. We didn't hit the gift shops right when we got on the boat, and so I think some of the merch was just swept off the shelves. We got a couple things, though, from the Pixar Day at Sea, and this is You Got a Friend in Me, Pixar Day at Sea 2023 Disney Cruise Line. It's a cute little blue shirt.
How much was it? Let's look at the price. Price check, $19.99.
$20. Not bad, especially for Disney merch. Got no back hit, but it's a nice, cool looking blue shirt. So, and like there wasn't a lot of the Pixar Day at Sea merch, and so we kind of grabbed what we could.
Okay, and this was one of my buys out of my budget. It's a cute little alien drink cup with a little strap here from Toy Story. Toy Story is one of my favorite movies that Disney put out, and his little head screws off, and he's a refillable drink. Super cute. I don't think I'll probably use him again, but maybe display him somewhere. Really fun.
But when you pick it up, you gotta say the claw.
The claw.
Now we got this one for Everly. This is Sand is the New Snow, Castaway Key. Now the cool thing about Castaway Key is you can only get Castaway Key merch from Castaway Key, so you actually gotta be on the island. They don't sell like Castaway Key stuff on the boat, so you gotta get it from their gift shop. So we got this for her, and I was looking at this, she hasn't worn it yet, because we were waiting for this video, and I was like, has she grown out of it? I don't think so. She can wear it at least a couple times, so kids got to stop growing.
Yeah.
or not.
Okay, and speaking of Evie, this was another one of her souvenirs. She got a Pixar ball drink cup. Super cute, similar to the Alien, but it doesn't have the fun little strap. It kind of screws open like this. Little cute little drink cup and a fun souvenir. I think she will probably use this again.
And just on a side note, both of these we got in the Disney theater when we were seeing one of the shows. And so there's someone coming by selling concessions, popcorn, as well as drinks and such. And that's where they got those.
Yeah.
So, okay. Speaking of K, actually it's pronounced Key. I got this. I fell in love with this shirt too. I like the color and the graphic on it. Castaway Key. Again, you can only get this on there. Haven't worn it yet. No back hit. But it's just it's a cool color and a cool shirt. And I was kind of wanting the one Holden got, but I let him get that one. Like I said, it's got Indiana Jones vibe, which is one of my favorite franchises. And there's a new one about to come out.
Ooh.
I can't wait this summer.
Yay.
But this is definitely a beautiful shirt. I like the color. And yeah, I can be like, I went to Castaway Key. Look at me.
There you go.
Kind of flex a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, and these are the popcorn buckets we got. I'm just showing you one. We did get a couple of them. They're really fun and cute. I don't know, what exactly if we will use these again, but I'm sure we'll find a purpose. But they just have little cute kind of retro printouts of the characters, and they're fun. Make sure you save room in your suitcase because we have a lot of stuff, and we didn't think we'd be bringing a lot of stuff back.
Yeah, some of these larger items as well.
So one of the reasons we got the popcorn buckets is because the whole time you're on the ship, once you purchase it, you can refill it for a discounted price. And you can refill it before you go to the movie theater. They have a little booth there, and get yourself some discounted popcorn for the 7 days. It's definitely worth it.
Yeah, most all the food is included on the ship, but there are extras such as souvenir sippers, popcorn, certain coffees and other items that you actually have to pay for that's not included in sort of the meals. And so that's definitely a good thing to have when you're... And there's a lot of different movies showing in the movie theaters. We didn't actually watch a movie, just the stage shows, but it's a nice thing to have.
Yeah.
Another shirt as far as the Pixar Day at Sea. Now this is cool. I like the Incredibles. It says, Supers of the Seas. And it's even got an arm hit on there.
Let's see how much this one was. $39.99 for the long sleeve shirt. Not bad. Nice graphic, huh?
Yeah, nice graphic. Nothing on the back. But this was like this and this blue shirt were on some of the last merch there, so we just snatched it up real quick.
Yeah.
Just because we wanted to get something from the Pixar Day at Sea 2023, the inaugural sailing of Pixar. So, yeah, a lot of fun to get some cool shirts.
Okay, this is one of Haley's finds. Now, she found this at Disney Springs. So it wasn't exactly on the cruise ship, but still a cool thing to get anyways. This is called Disney Wonderland Tea. As you can see, it's Alice in Wonderland type tea. And it's called Birthday Cake Black Tea. And if you want to know, she didn't like it. So maybe don't get this one.
I'm gonna try it. I like me some black tea.
It has a cool container, though.
Yeah, definitely a cool container. We hit up the World of Disney shop in Disney Springs, and that's where she got that.
Yeah.
We stopped at 3 different ports of call while on this cruise. This was a Caribbean cruise. We were at San Juan, Puerto Rico is one place we stopped, Castaway Key, and also Tortola. And we got this Puerto Rico fridge magnet. One thing they're known for is really colorful doors and corridors and such. That's one thing we really liked. If you look at our cruise series, you can see some of that in some of the B-roll shots. But we really enjoyed Puerto Rico. And whenever we travel, we like to collect mugs as well as magnets. Mug, magnet. So
there you go.
Keeping it consistent.
Case discovered. Okay, so if you didn't know, we do have a Patreon that you can subscribe to, which helps support our channel. We do have monthly subscriptions from anywhere from $5 to $20, and you can actually get a postcard mailed to you every single month that's signed by all of us from one of the locations we visited. So we picked up some postcards while we were on the cruise. We got a couple in Puerto Rico. As you can see, this is just the Old Town street view there, and another really colorful building. Then another pro tip, these are free and they are on the ship in the little drawer. Everybody gets free ones, or they're supposed to get free ones. So if you didn't, ask your stateroom attendant. But these were free on our ship, and just cute little Disney Cruise Line postcards. So one of our Patreon members will be getting these. This is the ship and Mickey and Minnie.
And those are probably $50 each if you were to buy them. So
yeah.
that's a pretty good value.
But
yeah, there's the little place where you can plug in USB ports and stuff, and there's like a writing area in the drawer. Those are kind of, I don't want to say hidden, but if you didn't look in there, you wouldn't see them, and it's definitely complimentary and something that you can bring home with you, which is
Disney
awesome.
magic that they add.
Crush, you'll see in the video. So Everly, on one of our last days, she got Chip and Crush at the same time to kind of round out her souvenir budget, and it's got Squirt on the back. And we had a lot of fun on one of the days where Crush talked to us when we were at Animator's Palette, and he does his whoa, bro thing, and he talked to Haley and a bunch of people around us. So if you haven't checked out that video, please do. It was a lot of fun. There's a live person actually talking for him and interacting with the tables. And she loves Nemo. She likes this guy. He's been marinating in the bath with her. And so, cute little toy.
And actually, if you pull him back, he zooms on his own, like one of those fun cars. So it's kind of cool to watch him zooming down. We should do that while you're talking for him, because you do it good.
Oh yeah. Well, and one of the cast members that was checking us out, she got to experience him zoom off the table onto her floor, or onto her foot, anyways. So that was fun.
Again, part of the magic, right? Okay. And this was one of Holden's pickups. This is a bucket hat. He's worn this a couple times. So it's on this print right now, which is just a bunch of Mickeys. But you can also flip it. It's reversible. And you have another option. This hat's really fun. I forget exactly how much it was. I think probably around $20. Well worth it. Really well made. He picked this up in Disney Springs at one of the shops there. Good souvenir. Yeah.
It was kind of one of those last moment. They still had some budget left and it's got some items there, so that was nice.
Yeah.
We love ornaments as well. We always decorate our tree. This is the Disney Fantasy ship in ornament form. And what a cool ship. Damage on this.
A lot.
$25. So, For an ornament. But this is made actual of elf tears, and so it's extra special.
Yes.
But I mean, when you go on a Disney cruise, budget for this kind of stuff. I mean, you're going to pick up trinkets that are expensive, but it's all good.
Yeah. Okay, and this was my pick. So this basically folds out, which I haven't folded it out yet, and you hang it outside, and it spins around on this little hook in the sunshine, and it kind of glitters. It has these cute little beads and even a little Mickey down here and a Mickey in the middle. Just a fun little thing for our garden and outdoor area. This is pretty expensive, so I pretty much spent my entire budget on this. Mm-hmm. Again, another pickup in Disney Springs. So some of us just kind of saved and waited, and this was the right thing for me. So I'm glad I could get it, and I can't wait to hang it up. I'll have to post on the Instagram story when we do hang it up so you guys can see.
Yeah, and you'll see that item in our previous video, which was our last day before we came home. But yeah, they have a lot of different Mickey. They have Disney themed as well as non-Disney themed ones, so she chose that one, which was awesome.
Yeah.
Not quite last, but we got a Pixar Day at Sea 2023, and it looks like the zero may have scratched off or something, but c'est la vie. 22. It's metal, but it may be hard to see on camera. I'll try to zoom it in here and when I'm editing, but there's different Pixar characters on the little steering wheel. So it's got Woody, Ratatouille, Mr. Incredible, but another ornament that we can put on the tree, which is awesome.
Yeah. Okay, and two more things. We usually try to pick up a frame and get one of our favorite pictures framed for around the house. So this was the frame that we picked up on the Disney Cruise Line. As you can see, it has a bunch of the Disney Cruise Line logos lining the frame. It's in a really nice kind of chrome finish, and maybe we'll just keep that nice picture of Mickey and Minnie.
I'll Photoshop my face over Mickey.
Yeah, so anyways, price on this, $24.99. Pretty pricey, but, you know, it's going to look nice once we get it all set up.
And when I went to get that, there was only a couple left, but always inspect your merchandise. It's not something you would think of, but one of the ones in front of it actually had cracked glass, and so if I had not been paying attention, I would have brought it home with cracked glass, and that would have been not good.
Yeah.
And then this is a reusable bag. Now, there's another item we're going to show in a minute we almost forgot about. But for Kara's birthday, we got her a Loungefly. That's another piece of merch that you saw in the videos. And they don't gift wrap anything, and so the cast members were so nice. I was telling them, hey, this is a gift from my wife. Do you have wrapping? And you had to buy this. It was only like $1, so pretty normal for a reusable bag. But she wrapped it up in tissue paper, and like it was a makeshift present, and so it wasn't quite, you know, wrapped just, you know, with a gift bag, but they made it a little extra special, even though it wasn't officially wrapped. And so that was that kind of little extra touch that the cast members do, and that was amazing for that.
Yeah. Okay, so this is my Loungefly that they got me for my birthday. I really, really wanted this particular Loungefly. I just love the bright colors. It's also kind of a really nice, almost like canvas-y material. Has rainbow straps, and so when I wear it, it kind of looks like rainbow suspenders, which is cute. But I just love these little Loungeflies. I've been using them now as kind of my daily purses for a couple years now, and they hold up really well. They're perfect, so I don't like overfill them with a bunch of stuff. And they're super durable. The zippers are really well made. The bags are really well made. So I definitely recommend it. Even, you know, I know they can be pricey. I think they're well worth it. Yeah,
and we got her one at Disney World for her birthday a couple years prior, and that one, it's still, I mean, that one's leather. This one's kind of a nylon/canvas. That one, I mean, she put a ton of use into it, and it's still intact. And so it was time to upgrade, get another one, because that's something she really, really wanted. And it was her birthday, so we wanted to treat her for her birthday. So that's a separate souvenir just for her birthday, not necessarily part of this haul, but it was something we got, and she really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I like this birthday tradition, so.
Yeah, who knows what we'll get next time.
I wonder get a whole bag collection going.
Yeah, maybe they got like a Alaska cruise Loungefly or something, or a Hawaii
what are you trying
one.
To say?
I don't know. Who knows what the future holds. But this is our haul. You know, it's nothing too crazy. I'm really fond of the shirts. You'll probably see me wearing some of those in future videos. This is my Pirate Night shirt that I wore on Pirate Night, which was awesome. So, yeah, we had a fun time, and this is everything we got. And so it was, not cheap, but definitely some cool keepsakes. And we do like, especially, probably one of my favorites is going to be the frame, so we can put a picture. We did get the photo pass and got a bunch of cast members to take our pictures, and so we're going to pick a special one to put it in that frame. And it kind of immortalizes our trip a little bit, so that's a really fun part. When we returned from our cruise, we asked our subscribers what their top questions were about going on a Disney cruise. A lot of our viewers are just about to go on a Disney cruise, so we wanted to answer some of those questions for you. We went on a 7-night Eastern Caribbean cruise in January, and we stopped at several different ports along the way, including Castaway Cay, Puerto Rico, and Tortola. So we want to go ahead and answer some of those top questions for you. So the first question we got asked a lot, what are the top essential items to pack? And what did you pack that you didn't necessarily need? I would say that our top items that we packed and our most used were the fish extender gifts. We decided to hook up with the Facebook group and do a fish extender exchange. It was honestly probably one of the funnest things we did, and I would highly recommend doing it. Don't skip out on that, especially if you have kiddos. Our kiddos, especially little Evie, she loved running at the end of the night. She would run down the hall and check first thing
to see if she got something in her fish extender.
And on a side note, it may have been in one of the clips, but she almost, because the hallways are a little narrow, she would almost knock people over getting to that thing to see if there was candy or some sort of, surprise. And so that was so fun for her.
Yeah, yeah. So definitely do not forget those fish extender gifts and do exchanges with people on the boat. It's really, really fun. Also, I would say swim stuff. Cover-ups, swimsuits. We went on some excursions that, you just needed a swimsuit and a cover-up, and that was all you wore for the whole day. Our attire was actually swimsuits a lot of the time. So definitely bring swimsuits and maybe a little cover-up that you can take to different excursions and just walk around the ship with. Some things that we didn't necessarily need that we ended up packing, I would say a lot of the extra like outfits and shoes and stuff like that, we just didn't really have a lot of time to change. So, we kind of just wore simple clothes. Like I said, a lot of the time we wore swimsuits. So a lot of the extra like clothing or footwear, or if you think you're going to be changing your outfit multiple times, things like that, I don't think that's really necessary, or it wasn't for us.
Yeah.
Anything to add on?
No, just make sure your footwear's comfortable. We basically brought sandals. I didn't bring any tennis shoes. We were in warm weather all the time. We're on a beach or in a pool setting, so good pool shoes and good sort of adventure shoes that you could go out in the sand or walk around a trail or something like that is really necessary. Yeah. Question number 2, was Castaway Cay worth it? And I had watched a lot of videos. I had highly anticipated going to Castaway Cay. And of the 3 ports we went at, it was my least favorite. When we got there, it was hard to get a seat all together. We got like one chair, and yeah, we weren't really all together and stuff. So it was really packed, even though we got off the boat fairly early, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Got there, tried to get set up. And so that was a little... You think they'd have enough for everybody? Apparently not. So that wasn't great. So it seemed kind of a little crammed, and we couldn't get all together. So that kind of tainted it a little bit at the beginning. One thing I really enjoyed about Castaway Cay was going and seeing the underwater objects while scubaing. It was very taxing, but it's always something I wanted to do, so I'm glad I stuck with it. I was a little disheartened because they're really far out there. I kept expecting to see something and didn't see it. And finally, when I figured out you got to follow the buoys, it worked out great. The food was good on there, but the weather kind of changed, and I don't know, it was my least favorite of the 3 islands we stopped on, our 3 port destinations. And so if your cruise did not go through there, I would be fine with it, because I saw it once. I don't necessarily need to see it again ever. Whereas Tortola was great. San Juan, there's so much more to explore. You see Castaway Cay once. It's worth maybe seeing it once, but no more than that. So
the third question I always get is, what was the weather like in January? We went in January. It was actually the best price, and you know me, I like a good deal. So we went in January not really knowing exactly what to expect. The weather was wonderful. It was in the 80s. For the most part. We did have like a couple like kind of little storm clouds come through when we were at Castaway Cay. So that was probably the worst weather day. And then when we actually got back to Florida, as you saw in our last video, it was freezing cold.
Very cold.
But in Puerto Rico and in Tortola, the weather was amazing. It was like 80 degrees. It was perfect. Not too hot, not too cold. We swam in the ocean. We didn't get cold. It was wonderful.
Puerto Rico, I think, was probably our warmest day. I know we got off the ship. We held some parrots, did a couple things, and then we made our way kind of up the hill towards the main town and immediately hit a Starbucks because we were hot.
Yes.
So, and that's where we got our mug. But yeah, we had to refresh pretty quick. But it felt amazing to be out that in there, warm weather. And when we returned, sweatshirt weather, and we were cold, so it was quite a change.
Yeah.
Our next question is, what excursions do you recommend? Now, officially, we only really did one excursion, which was on Tortola. You can see that. We'll link the video down below. Originally for Tortola, we were going to go to the baths, which you can hike to, and then we ended up changing it actually on the boat halfway through. We pre-booked all this stuff before our cruise, and we had read some stuff and talked to some people and decided to do a different one, which I'm so glad we did.
Yeah.
The one we ended up doing was taking like a little tour in kind of an open air sort of truck. And it was an amazing. Check out that video. It's very narrow roads, but we were driven all around, given a tour of the island. We ended up at a beautiful white sand beach where we were able to sit down, relax, do some swimming in warm ocean. It was awesome. So definitely, if you do the Tortola one, worth it. We didn't book any excursions on San Juan. You can just get off the ship where we docked and just explore the city on your own. There was people selling tours. I just kind of wanted to explore it on foot since I'd never been there, and that paid off. We saw some cool stuff just within walking distance. On Castaway Cay, as far as excursion goes, we did pre-book a stingray experience where you can feed and swim with stingrays. They canceled that on us last moment, which was kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
Edie was really looking forward to that. And we also pre-booked the snorkel gear as well as bikes. We didn't end up using the bikes after all. I was pretty tanked after snorkeling. We got snorkel gear for everybody. I should have just got it for me and her. We're the only ones that really went out and used it. So you can book it there. They don't run out. And so if you want to do that last moment actually on the island, as far as I know, it's the same price. So just do it then, or the bike rentals. Like I said, we wasted the bike rentals and not everybody used the snorkel. And we were refunded for the stingrays. I guess they were having a bad hair day or something. So, but definitely the highlight for me was Tortola. That excursion was awesome.
Okay, the last question we got was about our room. As you see, we have 5 people in our family. And during this cruise, we actually had 3 adults and 2 kids because Haley's now an adult. So people wanted to know, did you split the rooms? Did you do one room? Was the room big enough, for the people? Yes, we did one room. It's the only room you can have 5 people in, which is the deluxe veranda room. Mm-hmm. It was really good size, and we had plenty of room. The thing is you're not really in your room. We went to our room to sleep. That was it. Yeah. The rest of the time you're out doing stuff. We hardly even used our veranda. Didn't use it very much just because we weren't in our room enough. Mm-hmm. But it was definitely big enough for the 5 of us. We all had luggage. We could put all our luggage away. The floor was, available. We didn't have to store anything, outside of the closets and stuff. There's a ton of closet space. Yep. We actually do an entire room tour. So check out our video on that if you want to check out what a 5-person room looks like. Mm-hmm. But 2 rooms, not necessary. When you can get that 5-person room, the deluxe veranda room, definitely go for it. There's plenty of room.
Plenty of room. And what's nice is the kids' bunks as well as the extra bed. Those are out of the way for the entire day. They only put those up in the evening time. Your room attendant comes and she does that or he does that. And so you have all that floor space during the daytime if you are in the room, which is nice that it only takes up that space. But there was still plenty of room to walk by and kind of navigate. And we were even joking that it was bigger than our Caribbean beach room, which was tiny, and it had the same amount of people. But it's probably still bigger, but it felt smaller just because of the 2 big beds, and we were kind of on top of each other.
Our travel agent helped us get the room. And speaking of, we had a great experience with having a travel agent, and it's totally free. We'll put her information in the link in the video, just in case you're looking for a travel agent. She was wonderful, and she helped book excursions. She helped book our room, did all of that for us, and helped kind of bring it all together. If we had any questions, we'd just ask her. It was really nice. So we hope that if you're going on a cruise soon, that you have a wonderful time, and we'd like to hear about it. So definitely comment and let us know how you liked your cruise, or what you liked, what you didn't like. Did you agree with the answers to our questions? Do you have other questions? Let us know. We're very helpful and available to help answer any questions that you might have.
Yeah, for sure. We had a great time. And if you watch our previous video, our last day, we kind of have a wrap up a little bit of kind of our favorite things of the cruise. Each one of us, including the kiddos, kind of gave their 2 cents. And you can also hear it in our voice throughout the entire series, the fun we had, all the memories we made. And so definitely highly recommend it. It is pricey on the cruise end if you were to compare them, but we did get a decent rate for January. And it's got to be probably my favorite vacation so far. Yeah. And we do a fair amount of travel, and so this was definitely on the bucket list we can check off, and it was definitely an amazing experience. Yeah. We're so glad you joined us and we were able to show you our haul. I know I mentioned it several times, and also kind of give you this Q&A. If you have any more questions, feel free to reach out to us either on Instagram or in the comments. we're an open book. Maybe there's something we didn't think about or cover. There's a lot to the ship, and I know a lot of it's been covered already, full tours and everything. So we kind of were able to show it from our perspective and from our kiddos' perspective what we liked or maybe didn't like. But Disney Cruise, an epic experience. Thank you for joining us on this cruise series and in this haul video and kind of the Q&A. If you like this type of content, give us a big thumbs up. That definitely helps the channel. Also, if you're not a subscriber, please do, and make sure and smash that bell. That way you can join us on our next adventure. Thanks for watching.
Thumbs up. But the weather was fantastic. We had great weather. Sorry, Betsy has something to say outside. It's feeding time, so you know.
That's our mini pig, and we opened the door to get some air, and she wants to be part of this video.
She says hi. Okay.
Everybody's a critic.
Betsy.
She thinks she can hear us, so she thinks we're gonna go give her food.
Would you go feed her real quick? Throw her some cracked corn so we can get this done.